Where did we last leave off? Ah, yes, you had arrived back at the Broken Handle in the village of no name, because it's not really that much of a village just yet. And upon arriving at the Broken Handle, you found that the Broken Handle was no longer called the Broken Handle, despite it being so just a couple of weeks ago when you were last here. It now appears to have been renamed to the Leprechaun's Hat. And there seems to be quite a few people here, more than you would expect for such a small village. So, as you approach, most of you on your steeds and Bonk galloping along the side, what would you like to do?
I think it's only right that we pop in and see how everyone's doing.
Yes,
Yeah, we have to pop in.
see
It looks
Oban.
like
Check everything's good.
things have changed.
Yeah,
He's probably made himself right comfy by the looks of it.
certainly looks like it. Yeah. Yeah. So kind of trot up to the. I'm sure there's a village horse fence thing tying off
Well,
post.
It wasn't, as there wasn't here one here before. There does appear to be now. There is a seems to be a bar for attaching horses leashes to just outside the pub itself.
Nice. I'll use that.
Yep. So you tie up. You get a few glances from some of the people who are kind of milling around outside, especially as most of them probably haven't seen the Bugbear before. But no one's really commenting. It's just drawing, interested glances.
Okay. So just give it an acknowledging nod to everyone sitting around and walk towards the front door and go on in.
Okay. So you enter, and immediately, considering the last time you were here, the place had been pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
By everything that you've done, actually. Funny now you mention it. Now the tables have been righted and are full of people. Looking around, you see that the lights in here, the torches that were extinguished last time you were here, they appear to be burning in different colours. And they seem to be changing as well. Everyone in here seems to be having a good time. Is possibly the best way you can put it. The decor is slightly different as well, and there's a lot more green in here than it was previously. There's green bunting going from wall to wall. The lights themselves are green, and as you enter around the corner comes Tekka, who you last saw as you left the Broken Handle, and she appears to be wearing what can only be described as a leprechaun outfit.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's carrying a tray, and she puts the tray down. And in the beer mugs, it's got a green foamy head.
Oh.
All right.
Has Oban taken over the business? Maybe he bought the place. Where is he? Can we see him anywhere?
Well, currently you're in the initial part of the entrance. So if you remember, it goes in a kind of a Z shape or an L shape. So currently you're at the top end,
Yeah.
and around the corner you can hear the sound of music being played.
Yeah. I guess walk on in.
Sorry,
Yep, so
what's
as you
the
enter,
barmaid's name again?
Okay. Tekka.
Tekka, sorry. Oh,
I'm very
I'll call
slowly
over to
following
him.
at the back of the group because I haven't been here before.
So
I'll
as you
call
enter
over-
and
Tekka.
Sorry?
Tekka, I wanted to call over to her.
Oh yeah, yep. So yeah, you call over, so she looks over, and immediately a big grin spreads across her face. It's like, ah, hello, welcome back. Oh, well, how long has it been? Weeks, months? It's difficult to tell these days.
Yeah, hard to say, but we were passing through, so we had to stop by. Things have changed a little by the looks of it.
Oh yes, for the better, definitely. Since Obar moved in, our business has been booming. We rushed off our feet half the time, but we're making so much money. It's strange how that happened, actually.
Is Oban around?
Yeah, he's down at the bar, just serving.
Oh, lovely. We get some drinks, boys.
Of course.
Yeah. Just before we move, Rical turns to Bonk and says, "We passed through here a while ago, a few weeks ago, maybe even certainly a few weeks ago, and we helped this fellow we're about to meet. He's quite small. You might be quite big next to him."
Another small person. I get a lot of those. All right.
Yeah. So you make your way further in, and you turn the corner, passing the barrel room where you had the encounter with the keg ooze. That
The keg ooze.
yes, it caused a lot of trouble for you, and after the in the same storeroom where you were flinging gremlins around previously. And as you approach the fireplace down at the other end of the room, you can see that it is heaving in here. It is mostly standing room only, which is, you might consider to be a bit strange considering it's between afternoon and evening. It's not like it's nighttime with the nighttime trade. But yeah, there's music playing.
How are they reacting to me?
Well, most people haven't even noticed you yet. I mean, the people that you're passing who are sat down on the benches are mainly concerned with their drinks and just chatting to each other.
Fair enough.
Tekka saw you as you came through the door and assumed that you were with the other people who she's familiar with.
Fair enough.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So, did we see Vilmus as well?
You can't see Fenris at the moment, no.
Okay. Right. Go to the bar then.
Yeah, so it takes a bit of shoving. People are packed in quite tightly here, but it turns out that when you have a Bugbear with you and you put him at the front, people tend to move out of the way.
Funny that.
Strange, right?
Yeah, I can imagine they would.
Yes. So yeah, people who are getting kind of jostled out of the way briefter look up and like, "Oh, what the? Ooh."
Hi, we'd like to go that way, please.
After you, mate. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I'll be
Thank you.
This way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so as you approach the bar, it's the same bar that was there previously, but it's a bit more ornate now. The beforehand, it was a simple kind of almost a plank on a couple of barrels. Now it appears to have been an actual proper carved bar has been installed with a mahogany, shiny bar top with panels and a gate to walk through when you need to get back to the kitchens. And stood upon said bar, you see a familiar red-haired, green-clothed, tiny person. And he has a pint in each hand, and he is doing a little jig on the bar, saying, "All right, you bastards! Yeah, get another one down, you! Come on, let's have a party!"
Just shout out over the people. Oban, how are you?
Yeah, so he kind of he looks up at your voice, but doesn't see you initially. He sees the much taller figure of Bonk in the sea of people in front of him.
I put my hand up and wave so he can see me.
And he looks at that.
I'll lift you up. Just grab you by your belt and just lift.
Yeah. So he sees you initially, and you see his face kind of drop slightly, and he puts his finger out towards you in a kind of like, and then you pick up Rune and show him like, and his head is on one side, and he looks confused, and it's like, "You know what? I'll deal with that in a minute. Right? Come here! Make way, you bastards! Get out of the way! Don't you see who this is? It's our saviors, the one who brought me here."
Nice. I'm guessing free drinks for the evening then.
Yep. So you make your way up to the bar.
Yeah.
And he puts the 2 pint jugs that he had in his hands down in front of you. And again, it's got quite, it looks like a foamy beer, but with a green head. And he looks at you, Bonk, and he looks at you, Rune, and I say, "Well, I've got to feel there's a bit of a story there somewhere. Where's the others?"
They are following close behind. But this is our new friend, Garran T. Bonk.
Yeah. Well,
Hello.
Garran, you're a big bastard, aren't you?
I've heard. And you're a little bit of a small one.
I am the smallest little fucker you've ever seen in your life.
Well, I'm very glad to see you, and I will
I'd like to
extend
go
my
to
very
Kent.
large hand.
Rical attempts to duck his head around Bonk and just gives a little wave to Obon if he can see.
Ah, the shiny one! Hello!
Hey,
That's
Obon.
what I call him.
Well, yeah. So, where's what's his name? Gray. Gray.
He's
Yeah,
here
I'll scroll
somewhere.
through. Hey, Urban.
Ah,
You running
Gray.
the place now?
Well, that's a story and a half, that is. And I can't help but notice you looking a bit more like your namesake there.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting used to it at least, even if nobody else.
And where's the other little fucker? What's his name? Chiron.
He found an old acquaintance in Britha and decided that he had further work to do with them, so he has left us for a while.
Oh well, I hope he's doing well. So you made it to Britha then? Oh, actually, don't say anything. Let's go out the back. I kind of hear what you're saying.
Very well. Lead on.
He opens up the bar for you and opens the kitchen door behind him, and kind of jumps down off the bar and leads through.
Go on through.
Okay, so you go into the kitchen, and this is where you find Vilmos. He's not wearing a leprechaun outfit. He is, however, wearing an apron, and he seems to be quite busy. It looks like they've taken on another person who's assisting him in the kitchens. There's pots bubbling, and there's meat sizzling on grills and all sorts. And as the door opens, you come in. He looks up. Like, oh, well, I didn't think I'd be seeing you again so soon.
How are you?
How long has it been?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Weeks?
How long has it been?
Anyway, lovely to see you. Are you passing through, or do you want some food? Because you might have to wait a little bit.
I think we are
Well, I
just
think
passing through. Oh,
Oh,
do we have
should we
differing
stay the
opinions
night?
here?
no, I mean we are on our way somewhere else, but I mean, what time is it now? I thought we were.
We are stopping
reaching
for the day,
evening
are we
time.
not?
We could. Yeah, exactly. We can stay the night.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I'm sure we can find a room for you. Obon, is that okay? Could we ask them to stay? Yeah, no, sure, not a problem. Not any friends of ours are allowed to stay anytime they like. Anyway, we're gonna go at the back. If you could bring out some food for us and stuff like that, it'll be fine. So, yeah, sure. You boy, come on, meat and drink, get on with it. He opens, Obon opens at the back door and goes out. And whereas last time it was mostly just, plain grass and a bit of a dirt track out the back here, there's now tables with chairs around, and there's lots of people sat around. And seeming to have gathered a group around him, you see Blink sat there,
Nice.
and he's tootling on a pipe currently.
Excellent.
Give him a bit of a wave.
Yeah, I'll say to Owen. I'm glad Blink found you. We sent him your way.
Oh, you sent him. Oh, well, I appreciate it. He's a good worker, that one. Very entertaining for everyone really, but especially the ladies.
Very
All
good.
sorts. But yeah, hey, Blink, you bastard! Here, and he looks up. He's like, oh, wait, dudes! Oh, you made it!
Yeah, we did.
I forgot that was his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was completely erased from my memory as well.
The phase surfer. I totally forgot.
Yeah. It's good to see you made it, Blink. I'm glad. How are you finding the place?
Oh well, I went up to those ruins that you mentioned, and yeah, they're cool, but lonely. Also, a bit sad, man. It's a bit of a downer. So you said about the broken handle, so I came down there, and I met Oban, and he gave me a job, and I just, what do I do? He's like, you entertain people, you bastard. Oh yeah, I entertain people. Yeah, I'm an entertaining guy.
Well, you are that, certainly. I'm glad everything has worked out for everyone here. I was, when we left, things were in a little bit of disarray, and when we found you, Blink, you had no home. So I'm glad everybody has found each other.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would have done without Oban here. He gave me a place to stay, and he's a really cool guy.
Radical.
What?
And it's nice to see you. And I pick him up and give him pick him up in my arm and give him a big hug.
Whoa, dude, yeah, yeah. And he starts patting you on the back. He's like, yeah, man, I can't breathe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, man. I'm all about the hugs, but I like breathing too.
I'll remember that. Breathing is good. Gotcha.
Yeah, if you excuse me, bro, I got some people throwing a taint over here.
Oh, okay. It was nice to see you.
Yeah, man. He kind of shuffles back over, picks up his pipe, and then picks up his other pipe, and starts to smoke from it. So yeah, that seems to be what the kind of pipe which is going on out there. So yeah, Oban leads you over to a little table in the corner that no one else is sitting on, despite the fact that it seems to be standing room out here as well. And he sits down and he says, "Oh, Bonk, I'm afraid I haven't got any seats for you, but I'm sure you'll be happy to sit on the grass, yeah?"
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, right then. What brings you out this way again?
We are heading towards the coast. We have a quest to undertake, and we will be needing to seek passage on the high seas.
Oh, well, you wouldn't catch me out there. I fucking hate the sea.
That's fair enough. It's not for everyone. I've spent many years on it though, so it's a home away from home.
Well, each their own. You can keep yours to your own.
Oban, we are as you said, we're questing for something. How long? Just out of interest, how long have you been within the plane which we're in now?
Oh, longer than I can really recall. Possibly 600 years.
Yeah, maybe then you would have heard of what it is we're seeking to a certain extent. Have you ever heard the tale of Captain Bloody Jack?
Not to my recollection.
No. Oh. Just thought
if it's anything to do with the sea, I probably wouldn't, because I tend not to go near the sea.
Yes, that would make sense. But we're seeking an item that way. If it's something you are unaware of, then.
Well, what's it you're looking for?
It's I look around to the rest, just for kind of confirmation. You say,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
it's actually like I say in like a hushed tone. I just say, have you ever heard of something called the Eye of the Beholder?
Oh, you're after that. You're looking to do a bit of peeping, are you? A little bit of scrying.
Yes, yeah, it's something we've been requested to look for, and we've been guided this direction.
It makes a bit more sense. Now, I don't believe anyone's had it in their possession for a good couple of centuries now. But I heard tell of the eye, and I heard tell of what people could see with it. You gotta be careful with those things, because sometimes what has been seen cannot be unseen.
It's not necessarily for us. We have been tasked to try and find it for one of the wizards from the tower within Britain itself.
Wizards. Well, just you be careful that if you do get it, don't use it unless you know what you're doing.
I don't think that's the intent. We will. I think we're going to leave that to people who are best suited to that kind of thing.
Well, you be careful.
Thank you for the heads up.
Yeah. I'm curious about how have things been around here? I mean,
it's been wonderful. Look at it.
Well,
When you left us, it was a broken down old wreck.
Booming here, but I meant in the general area. When we passed through last time, there were a few strange goings on and creatures appearing that shouldn't normally be around. Have you heard any stories of anything like that?
Well, to be perfectly honest, most of my attention has been taken up with running this place and getting it fixed up after you guys solved our little pest problem.
Yes.
Fair enough.
We may be heading back through again. So if you do hear any strange stories, be sure to keep them in mind when we come through.
Well, I'll try. It's a bit hard to eavesdrop on people when all you can hear is a wall of noise.
Yes, I understand.
So, do you like the place? Do you like what I've done with it? It's a bit better than the last time you were here, wasn't it?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of dead. when we were
Well,
here
yeah.
last. So
Yeah, well, rum gremlins will do that to you.
Yeah, dead and gloomy was certainly the atmosphere.
No, it's thriving. People are actually moving into the village so they can come to the pub. It's great.
That's quite an achievement.
Aye.
You'll have a city here before you know it, Urban.
Maybe. Yeah, well, it turned out that one of the other people who had moved here was planning on opening their own pub, but for some reason, all the timber that they had there to make their own pub were rotted overnight. Very strange occurrence.
Yes, Urban.
That's such terrible luck.
Terrible, terrible.
I feel so bad for that person.
So did I. I felt so bad I gave him a free drink.
Well, that's so very
talking
nice
about
of you.
free drinks,
Oh,
we've been traveling all day and we are
have you now?
thirsty from the road.
Are you now? Well, it just so happens that I finished you with a couple of drinks at the bar a minute ago. Did you bring them with you or did you leave them there?
I forgot to pick mine up.
Yeah.
I've got my own bucket.
Well, yeah, you can keep your own fucking bucket. You'll be drinking out of my stains, or you'll be not drinking at all, bud.
I can do that.
You four wait here, and I'll go get your drinks. He hops down off the chair and goes back in through the kitchen door.
He seems happy. He
Yeah.
seems very happy.
It's good to see him. Everybody
Yeah,
he's
seems
quite
happy.
nice.
He's a lot better off than the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all are. And to think that people are actually moving here to just so they can be near the pub, it's quite good.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's sneaking any extra ingredients into the alcohol.
I did consider that, but
If nobody's dying and nobody's getting poisoned,
yeah, exactly. It seems to be doing
fairly harmless.
yeah, exactly. Anyway, I assumed we would all be staying the night here. I hope I didn't.
I think that's what we're going to do. I think if we stay the night and set out nice and early, we should be there by evening tomorrow. And
Yeah.
hopefully that means that we will be there just in time to see the Princess 4 come into port.
Exactly.
That sounds alright to me.
As you're discussing this, the door bangs open again, and Oban comes back out. He's got two trays, one with food on and one with drink. He's not actually holding them; they are floating just above his shoulders. He comes over and they kind of float down onto the table in front of you. There's a big plate of meats and vegetables and all sorts of delicious-looking fried pub foods, and 4 stains of green beer.
Why is it green, man?
Because I like green.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd put some special ingredient in there to
Yes, I
change
have.
its colour.
It turns it's green.
That's it? No other
Oh, yeah.
effect?
Well, it's just if you know where to look, then you can find all sorts of herbs that'll do all sorts of things. And one of them is to make things look green.
That makes sense. It is your favorite color after all.
Aye.
Actually, do you have a selection of herbs here?
Well, I tend to go find mine myself. I went back up to the ruins. Haven't been up there for a couple of 100 years. You get to know the area quite well.
Okay.
Oh, let's settle in for a night, eat some food, drink some drink, and share some stories, and then we must be out nice and early tomorrow. So
Right. Okay, well, I'll get some rooms prepared for you. You all going to be in together, or do you want a single room each?
do you have other guests staying? I mean, we don't want
Oh,
to put
that's-
anyone else out.
Oh, I've got plenty of guests, but I've got plenty of room, don't worry.
Ah, well, whatever you think is best. I think Garran might need a room on his own, though.
Aye, well, he's a big one. Right, don't worry. I'll go sort that out.
A little bit.
You make yourself comfortable, and I'll be back to you in a little bit.
Thank you, Oban.
So, for the sake of expediency, is there anything anyone else wants to do whilst we're here?
No.
Yeah, I would like to do something briefly.
Okay.
Okay.
Rical,
Yes. Yes. Great.
do you have like any incense on you, or?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I mean,
I reach
when
into
I was
my pouch.
when I was reading about these ritual spells. A lot of them said that you'd need incense and some herbs. Could I just? Have you got enough? Could I just wanted to try
yes,
it.
I have a decent supply. And I reach into the pouch around my waist and pull out a few sticks, hand them over to Gray.
Okay.
Do you need any help at all, Gray? I know we briefly spoke earlier on, but
you can show me how you do it, and we can just try something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe once we've got some rooms, maybe we can try something, and I can show you how I can teach you how I do it, and maybe you can learn from that.
All right. Yeah, I suspect it would probably be a bit different, but I think if I have a rough idea of how it works, then we'll give it a try.
Okay, so yeah, as the night goes on, the sun begins to set, and the crickets come out, and there's a smell of fresh grass, and it's an idyllic evening at the pub, essentially, when you're out in the middle of summer. Blink goes from group to group, passing his pipe around, playing his flute. Vilmos comes out and sits with you for a little while and chats with you, as does Tekka. Both are very grateful for everything that you did for them when you were last here. As the evening winds down and people start to drift home, Oban takes you back inside and shows you a staircase which wasn't there previously when you were last here. And it is leading up into the ceiling. Now, as far as you're aware, last time you were here, Tekka and Vilmos lived in the attic of the place. Just, simple quarters. He leads you up the stairs, and it seems to be a corridor here. It's very well furnished, with nice wood floors and wooden panelled walls in this corridor. And the corridor seems to stretch off much further than the length of the building would suggest.
Nice.
He's like, "Yeah, you like it? Bit of trickery there. It means we can have as many guests as we want, as long as they're paying, of course. You're fine. Don't worry."
Wow, that's quite something, Oban. Some interplanar tricks there.
Aye, well, it's just a little pocket universe. No one should have any problems unless they do anything stupid, which hopefully nobody will. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. So those three, they've got 4 doors there. The big one's yours, Bonk. The rest of them, you can just sort them out between yourselves. They're all the same.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
You
That's
see,
very
you see that
kind.
one of the doors is significantly wider and taller than the others.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. So you open the doors up
Cheers,
and go
mate.
in and. Sorry.
I just said, "Cheers, mate."
Oh, sorry, Jim. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you go in, and yeah, they're reasonably nondescript. Each room has a window. If you go into each other's room and look out the window, you'll see that you are all looking out the same window.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. In Bonk's room, you have quite a large mattressy type floor covering that appears to be full of wool and straw. It's on the floor. There's no frame for this particular bed. It's basically just like a massive cushion on the floor. The rest of you have reasonably standard double beds. There's a bucket in there to piss in, and a chest to put your stuff in if you need to.
Excellent. I will. I'll drop my pack and my hammer, but I'll keep my axe, and I'm going to carry on drinking, especially if it's free.
Yes.
Rune is just going to set up in one of the rooms and bring out Nadia and just have an evening in with the cat and make sure she's all right and just go over some more commands and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean she's reacting very well to you now. She is completely pack bonded with you. You are the alpha in this particular family unit as far as she's concerned.
Excellent.
She is rather intelligent, so she is picking up the words that you're teaching her.
Sweet. Ah, so good.
Right. So Gray and Rical, I imagine you're going to be doing some ritualistic
Yeah.
shenanigans throughout the evening.
Try something. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll experiment around a little bit.
So it's basically going to entail just Rical doing general ritual kind of practices and Grey paying attention and making notes and you know, just getting a feel for it essentially. So,
Okay.
so night winds down. You all take to your beds. And you sleep. And it's quite a pleasant sleep.
That
No.
audio does not say pleasant sleep.
there was a slight ominous pause there. I was a little worried.
No, the slightly ominous dreams that have plagued you for the past couple of nights don't seem to appear this time. You sleep the sleep of the mostly drunk in some cases. Maybe a little bit tired, but you wake up 8 hours later, fully refreshed. Sun's coming up over the horizon. You can smell the smell of a breakfast being cooked downstairs.
Always good.
Bacon.
Yeah,
Bonk.
I'm guessing none of us are going to want to hang about, so Grey would rise.
So Bonk, as you awaken and
Yes.
look at your hands,
Yeah.
the purple has spread. Now
Oh.
it is now encompassing the entirety of your palm
Oh.
and starting to spread up onto the fingers a little bit.
Oh,
And
shit.
feeling up onto your head, the nubs up there have grown a bit. They're definitely bigger than they were yesterday. The headache seems to have stopped now, though.
Okay,
That's good.
but very purple hands.
Very purple hands.
Is there a bowl or anything I can like try and wash the purple off of my hands?
Nothing. There's no kind of watery anything in here. You may have some beer left.
Well, that's for drinking. That is not for washing.
But yeah, I mean, looking out the window, there is the river that runs through the village, not very far away from the inn itself. So you could easily go outside and wash yourself in the river if you wanted to.
Yeah. If I'm the first up or the first one that if I don't see anybody, I would go to the river. I think.
Okay. Yep. So the sun is just coming up, so it's quite early in the morning, probably about 6 o'clock. And looking around, there's not many people around. Maybe one or two people just wandering around outside the house. No one you know.
Yeah. I will take my axe and I will go for a swim.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's not like a raging torrent of a river. It's quite peaceful. It's quite people just come down here to get buckets of water, or maybe the kids might splash about in it. Yeah. So you go down the riverbank straight into the water. It comes up to about your waist at the deepest part.
Fair enough.
Yep. So you put your hands in the water and you're scrubbing away and seeing if anything is going to come off, and you now have purple wet fur.
Excellent. Oh,
Oh,
shit! This
Are
is
the knobs on his
good.
head visible now?
How long is the hair on a bear bug's head?
A bear bug.
A bear bug. Not a bear.
Going by the picture of Bonk, if my computer would load it a little faster than a snail.
I've got it.
I've got a lot of hair.
Yeah, you got a lot of hair. Apparently, no, they are not noticeable externally.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
Is it though?
Maybe.
You might end up looking cool.
I might turn into something fucking horrific though.
As long as your personality doesn't change.
We will have to see. Yeah, I'll just float a bit and have a little bit of a wash for the first time in a while.
Mhm.
I've probably got some dried blood in me from one of the battles.
from somebody or something.
Yeah. I'll have a wash in the river, and then I'll come in for some breakfast and see if anybody else is up.
So you're, great. We said you'll be up quite early. Rical and
Yeah, we're up.
Rune. I imagine you're gonna be up early enough as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you'll make your way downstairs, and it's there's nobody else in here currently. Vilmos is behind the bar now, and he sees you come down. He's like, lads, so breakfast?
Oh, of
Oh, yes,
course.
please.
Yes, to breakfast.
Right, back with you in a minute. And he disappears over to the kitchen. You can hear the sound of sizzling and chopping and bubbling and all sorts. The kitchen appears to be in full swing. After about 10 minutes, he comes back out again. Big tray in his hands, puts it down on the table. Got bacon and sausage, black pudding and mushrooms fried and all sorts.
Nice.
Yeah, as you're eating, Oban appears. I mean literally appears near you. Like, Martin! So, when you going?
Oh,
Very
that's
Not
soon.
that I
eager
want
to
to-
be rid of us.
Not if I want to be rid of you. I don't want to be rid of you. I owe everything to you currently, boys. But, when are you leaving?
Probably in about 20 minutes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hate to see you go, but obviously always welcome here. Now, if your horses outside, they've been fed. Got someone rub them down for you. Everything's ready. Just as soon as you want to go, you're welcome to.
Oh, Ban, are you eager to be rid of us, or
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
can I check that, please?
You can do an insight check, yeah? 19. You get you got a nagging feeling that he might be trying to hurry you on a little bit, but there's nothing really sinister about it. He's just, he just seems concerned as to when you're leaving.
Sorry, Aban, did we drink too much or something?
Not at all. Well, actually, the big one might have done a little bit, but it's not. It's fine. I wouldn't have offered to you for free if I wasn't expecting you to drink a lot of it.
You have a business to run. I understand.
That's true. It's true. It's true.
We'll
So-
be out of your hair soon. But it
I'll
was
leave you to it.
lovely to see you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you too as well. All four of you. Well, nice to meet you, Bonk. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go and deal with something. And he goes off and he goes into the barrel room and closes the door behind him.
There's a face full of bacon and sausage, and everything just go and just wave.
Is
Mouthful of food.
Vilmos still around, or has he gone back into the kitchen?
No, he's kind of behind the bar now. He seems to be just cleaning it down and setting bottles straight and getting everything ready for obviously another day's business.
On finishing breakfast, I go over to Vilmos and just quietly speak to him and just say, "Has everything been okay with Oban? He seems to have settled in well, but anything else?"
Oh, absolutely. No, he's been a right godsend. He turned us around. We were darn on our feet in here. Nobody wanted to come in, but as soon as he took over and rebranded the place and took over the running, everything's been wonderful.
It's good to hear. It's very good to hear that he's settled in well and he's helping you especially. But nothing else, nothing out of the ordinary with him.
No, what would be out of the ordinary?
No, just something you said a moment ago. But if no, seems nothing, then we'll take it at face value. So no, don't worry, please.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'll get back to your breakfast and I'll get back to doing this.
Turn back to the table.
Mhm.
I just turn to the others and I say, I don't know if you heard, I spoke to Vilmos quickly. He seems not aware of anything strange going on with Oban, but the way he was with this just now, something.
Well, I would hazard a guess that it's nice to see us, but trouble seems to follow us. And especially now that we have a large and intimidating-looking friend with us, maybe he just doesn't want any untoward attention coming our way
Very
while
true,
we are
Rune,
here.
very true.
And he's got a business to run. He's probably got to get the pub set up for the day. I mean, did you see it last night? He was so busy. I don't know how he gets anything done. Maybe he just wants to get an early start, getting everything sorted out before the people start arriving.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Either way, I think we're going to be passing through here.
Oh yeah, I mean,
relatively soon. So.
yeah. Well, we'll check in on him on the way back again. That's
Yeah.
it would be polite.
So, are you all ready to head out?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full belly now, certainly.
I might see if they've got a little bit more bacon first, but then I'm good to go.
All right.
Very good.
As we leave, I'll leave 10 gold on the table.
Yep. So as you get up to leave, Vilmos kind of bustles over. It's like, "Oh, you're off already, are you?"
Yeah, we got a ship to catch.
Oh well, it was lovely to see you. Again, thank you so much for everything you did. Thank you for sending us Oban, and safe travels wherever you go.
Yes. Very good
very
fortunes to you as well.
Thank you, Vilmos. Thank you.
It was very nice to meet you.
It was very nice to meet you too as well, Bonk. I've not met any bugbearers before in my time, but you seem a decent sort.
I do try.
Hmm.
Sorry if I drank too much last night. Do you want me to pay for any of it?
No. I mean, don't tell him that I told you, but Oban makes the beer himself, and it appears to be pretty much infinite.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, well that's interesting.
I look back at the 10 gold I left on the table and consider taking it.
You are getting a fair wage, I assume then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've well, I mean, I had a bit of a trepidation about signing the pub O to him, but he's been nothing but fantastic to us both. We got somewhere to live. We get paid a good amount. We can get all the food and drink we can have, or we can eat. It's a perfect lifestyle, really.
Ah, wonderful. I'm so glad that everything is working out for you. Felt really bad about how we left the place last time we were here.
It wasn't to be helped, really. You got rid of a pest problem for us, and damage is going to happen, but it was all fixed up. Everything's good as new.
Excellent. Well, I think we are all about ready to leave, so it was lovely to see you again, Vilmos. My
Absolutely.
regards to Tekka
Wonderful to
as
see you
well.
You too.
Thank you very much. It was lovely bacon.
Mm. Yes, I noticed that you like that. I've got a bit more for you if you want it.
I will not say no.
He hands it's wrapped up in kind of grease paper. It's quite a large package as well.
You are very kind.
Wow. It's a
Just
pleasure.
drooling holding this package.
Yep, so you make your way outside. The horses are still there. And you notice that Blink is asleep out here, near where the horses are kept. And as you approach and start untying them, he kind of wakes up like, "Oh, dudes! Haha! Hey, you off?"
Yeah, we're headed. We've got a ship to catch.
Whoa! Never been on a ship, man. Don't have too many ships in the Feywild. Yeah.
You would. I'm sure you'll find one day, and maybe
Well,
it'll take you somewhere new and enjoyable.
Oh man, I don't want to go anywhere than where I am right now.
Well, you never know.
Well, be good to each other, guys, and safe travels.
Have a great
Right.
time. Bye bye. Gonna munch on bacon now while they get us saddled.
Okay. So you hop back up on your horses and head back towards Smuggler's Cove, from where you can remember it. As you travel, you see all the farmsteads that you saw previously when you came back in through here before, but obviously on foot. And after about a half day's travel, you come to the cliffs that you remember the cove being located in previously. However, the entrance is hidden, so we need to see who of you can remember where it is, apart from Bonk, of course, who's never been here. So, one of you give me intelligence checks, please, apart from Bonk.
Wow! Yay! I have not a clue.
Well, Rical is convinced you're in the wrong place. He seems to think that it's actually 2 miles down the coast that the Smuggler's Cove was, and is arguing vehemently. Rune, however, you've got a good memory for this kind of thing. You know, you've had quite an interesting life, and you can remember certain things about certain places. And as you kind of walk up and down the areas, you find the little slip in the crack in the cliff that you remember that you can get through. And it's all a perspective. So once you get into a certain perspective of this, you can actually see that it's actually quite a wide area to get through. Bonk, you might still need to walk at a bit of an angle, though. To get through.
I presumed.
So, what do you do with your horses?
Well, I'm currently not looking at anything because I have never seen the sea before.
Well, currently you can't really see the sea too much because this is quite a cliffy area. However, if you listen, you can probably hear it. You can hear waves and seagulls.
Are we going down there? Are we going to see the sea now?
Soon. Am I right in understanding our horses will not fit down, or?
Well, I mean, the bonk will fit, but it's you definitely remember that the passage was quite windy, and you're not too sure how horses will be able to navigate that.
We have a choice, guys.
Could we say would we have seen anywhere on the way to this entrance to the Smuggler's Cove that would have been any sort of recognition of somewhere we could keep the horses?
Sorry, I just realised I was on mute this whole time. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a reasonably woody area leading up to the cliffs. There is a stretch where the trees aren't grown because it's too shady, but you could feasibly tie your horses to a tree.
I mean, any sort of farmland or...
Oh yeah, I mean, there are quite a few farms, but not probably for another mile or so back.
Okay.
Do you guys remember how far it was from here to the actual cove?
I don't think it was far. It was wound down through the cavern, was it not? And then down to the cove itself, so not too far.
I mean, we can leave them here for the moment, but I mean,
well, if you would,
leave them here.
if you wait with the horses, I will go down and see if they have a place, facilities for horses anywhere around.
Yeah, of course. I'm
Okay.
happy to wait here with them and see if there's any other way.
I mean,
Do you want
these
me to
guys.
come with you?
Probably not you, Bonk. If anyone was to come with me, I imagine they'd want to see someone they've met before. These are shady folk, and they are very wary of newcomers.
Okay. Should I have my axe ready?
Perhaps, but only to defend the horses.
Noted. I'm gonna pull out the axe.
And
Heft it in my hand, get ready in case I do need to use it.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to address all of the horses as well, and I'm gonna say, my friends, we are going to see if the people we are meeting have facilities to keep you for a while, for we venture onto the high seas. wait here with Bonk, and we will be back shortly. Don't wander off too far.
All horses just kind of nod. You can tell it's an actual nod response to your statement, as opposed to just kind of horsey nodding.
Horsey
Excellent.
nodding.
Horsey nodding.
What you call it? Knowing?
And I turn towards the path, and I turn to Rical and Grey. I say, "Is either of you coming, or are you okay to wait here?"
I will stay with Bonk with the horses. Gray, by all means, go ahead if you want to.
All right, yeah, one of us should come with you. Certainly.
Okay.
All right. So I'll dismount and follow Rune down through the
Okay.
winding path.
Yep, so you make your way down the winding path. Now, this is designed to confuse people. So anyone who finds it by accident won't immediately just stumble upon a smuggler's cove. So, I will need you to make navigation checks for me.
Navigation.
Navigation?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You've got survival, or you've got.
Survival, yeah.
Survival,
sorry, I
yeah.
was thinking of- I went back to sleep for a minute there.
Survival.
Pretty good. Also very good.
Oh,
What a waste.
Oh, very nice.
what a way.
We
Yep,
know
so
exactly
you,
where we're going.
You're both pretty in sync with each other. There's no arguing as you make your way along.
Skipping down the cove.
So whilst you're making your way down there, you're walking for about 20 minutes. Can you both of you make perception checks for me, please?
Perception.
That's the same.
So, Gray, as you're confidently making your way through the passageways, you get the distinct impression that your passage is being noted.
Like we're being watched.
Yes.
Then I'll look up around the cliffs around me if I see anybody.
Yeah. You can't see anyone, but there is there's sometimes a slight hint, maybe a stone bumping down the cliffside, or just a general
So I
feeling.
get the sense this is like actual people watching us. This isn't some sort of supernatural aura that I'm sensing.
There doesn't feel to be anything supernatural about it.
Okay.
So
then
after
I'll
about 20 minutes of
I would mention this to Rune quietly. I think there's somebody hurting us.
Yes, I imagine there's quite a watch set on this area at all times. We should be fine though. I mean, they haven't attacked us yet.
Yeah, so after about 15-20 minutes of making your way through the passageways, confidently, you arrive in the larger open area that you were familiar with previously, and stood directly in the way as you round the corner is the tall, imposing figure of Rog Spansian, who you remember from last time, the male orc.
Ah, yes.
He stood there, he's got his arms folded and he's looking down at you. His expression is reasonably unreadable, but it gives the general air of just generally always being pissed off.
What was his name again, sorry?
Rog Spansian.
Rog Spansian.
And he looks down at you as you walk around the corner, and he's definitely waiting for you.
Yeah. So I slow down a bit and raise my hand and then kind of give him an acknowledging nod and say, Rog, don't know if you remember us from a couple of weeks ago. I am Rune, this is Grey, and we are here to meet the Princess for a voyage.
He just carries on looking at you and unfolds his arms and just makes a beckoning gesture with his hand and turns around and starts to walk away.
Cool. As he starts walking, I kind of like catch up behind him a bit and say, we have left our 2 companions above on the headland with our horses. And is there a facility to keep the horses anywhere?
He just carries on walking. He makes no reply.
Yeah, Rune, I think let's just wait. I think if Gleason's around, he'll probably be much more helpful.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can
leads
try.
you to one of the side doors that you recognise as having been put into last time you were here, and opens the door, stands to one side, and kind of beckons with his hand.
Yeah, go. Follow his instruction.
Yeah. So entering the room, Mr. Gleason is in here waiting for you.
Mr. Gleason, good to see you again. I'll give him a bow.
I wish I could say the same. What brings you back here so accurately?
We are meeting
Accurately?
We are meeting the
Yes.
Princess for here.
Really? Do you have an appointment?
I
Well,
did not know we
they-
were supposed to make one. I am sorry.
They said they would be here, and we have arranged passage. So
Indeed. And how did you arrange passage, and how were you aware that they were going to be here soon?
we
Well-
had direct contact with them. I mean, was this supposed to happen through you? If so, I'm very sorry. We didn't know that this was the common procedure.
Oh, well, there are many methods of arranging passage from this place. Most of them do go through me, preferably. So when people start rocking up on our doorstep, somehow making their way through what is supposed to be an impenetrable maze of pathways, we get a little bit nervous.
Totally understandable. I do apologize. Please put it down to a novice error.
Now, my people tell me that there appears to be a bugbear and a human waiting outside with horses. Is this anything to do with you?
Yes, that is our.
Yes, probably a lack of foresight on our part. We have horses with us, and as we said, we plan to be traveling by ship, so we don't really know what to do with them now. I don't know if we'll be able to get them down here, and even if we could, I don't know if there's facilities for them.
He kind of shouts over your shoulders. Rog! Rog pokes his head around the corner. Could you please tell the men to stand down and invite our guests and their horses inside? Rog nods and disappears off.
We'll be happy to pay you for keeping the horses for us.
I would certainly hope so.
Well, yes.
So,
And
for
of course, as well as any fees which are normally paid for such.
well, that is to be discussed. So for Rical and Bonk, you'll be stood outside with your horses. And next thing you know, there is a small, really nondescript human approaching you from towards the cliffs. You didn't see him arrive, or where he came from. But he's dressed all in black. He has a hood up, and he's walking towards you with his hands out to either side. He's like,
Hello.
I have been instructed to lead you inside. Is this going to be a problem?
No.
As long as the passage can fit the horses, obviously we have 4 of them.
Yes, I can see that.
Free.
There's
well,
3. I'm a
I was
bugbear.
about to say I only see 3.
3.
However,
But they have to go single file, or can we fit them 2 abreast?
just follow me. And he goes off in the opposite direction that's Grey and Rune went off to. And he leads you down a path which goes a bit further down into the cliff itself before it breaks out into a much wider walkway that has been installed here. It's a wooden walkway that's been set into the cliff itself, and leads you along there and up through some more winding paths, and before you eventually come into the Smuggler's Cove itself.
Thank you. So where are we going? What are we
You
doing?
are to head off up that way. Follow my companion here, and another person steps out of the shadows and.
Bloody hell, you're quiet.
He doesn't say anything. He just looks at you. Follow me. He turns around and walks up. And you get led through some. So in here is quite a spacious cavern, and there are doorways and smaller little portals in here that obviously leading into different places. Most of them are lit by torchlight. You can't see many people, but you can hear quite a few people moving around and talking and chattering to themselves. And you get led up through the path before being brought to the door with Rog standing outside. And Rog takes one look at you, Bonk, and you see his posture change immediately. He was kind of relaxed beforehand. As soon as he sees you, he stands upright. His shoulders go out. His chest kind of puffs out. Still doesn't say anything.
How tall is he?
He is 6'11".
Cool. Nowhere fucking near.
Hence the posturing.
Which Bonk will not register.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the door is open. Rical, you can see Mr. Gleason inside along with Rune and Grey.
And have they taken the horses from us at this
They
point?
took horses from you previously, yeah.
So I turn and say, Bonk, come in this way. Grey and Rune are in here. We're okay here. Just stay relaxed.
Okay. If we run into trouble though, just did we come up with a code word, or were you just gonna tell me to hit things?
Yeah. I turned to him and just quietly, yeah, it was just, if we remember, it was just Bonk, hit them. We won't need that.
Okay. I'll keep my axe just in case.
Okay, so you both make your way into the room. It is as nondescript as you remember, Rical. It is bare stone with a few benches inside. And Mr. Gleason looks around. Ah, the cleric. However, the halfling seems to have grown slightly.
Hello, Mr. Gleason. Yes, Chiron moved on. He went a different way, but this is Mr. Garran T. Bonk.
Hi.
His replacement.
His replacement. Well, I see you've upscaled slightly. Yes. Now, I was aware that Rical had broken off from you. He is currently with one of the other chapters.
That's Rical. Rical's there.
Sorry,
Where did Rical go?
Chiron.
Chiron.
Sorry, I had to do it, yeah.
That's fine. Yes. Yes, I was aware that Chiron had left your fellowship. I must say, I don't believe we've had a bugbear in this area before. You're quite far from home.
Yes, I grew up in the north, in the mountains with the dwarves.
Really?
Yeah, but I got lost in one of the caves, and now I'm here. I wandered for a while, and then I found these guys in Britha.
Oh,
So I thought I'd
fortuitous
follow
of
on
you.
with them.
indeed. So, and he addresses all of you. You wish to book passage on the Princess 4, and you tell me that you have already agreed passage, and yet I'm not aware of it.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Gleason, that
look,
may have been myself.
Yeah, but I should have known better. I'll take responsibility for this. I should have known better. As I said, we are fully, of course, prepared to pay any of the normal fees, and it won't happen again.
Well, see that it is not. If we were not familiar with you, and you had entered the tunnels, then you would be dead.
Yeah. Totally
Shift
understood.
Slightly with that.
So, where do you plan on going that requires the passage on a smuggler's ship and not a regular vessel?
We have been tasked by one of the wizards of Bretha Tower to find and procure an item for him, and he said that the last known, if I'm right in reciting this properly, the last known owner was Bloody Jack, and his last known location was some mythical island.
At the mention of the name Bloody Jack, he reacts very slightly. There's a slight tensing of his body. Interesting. You say you're here on behalf of a wizard from Bretha Tower.
Yes.
You wouldn't have joined the Seekers by any chance, would you?
Well, yes, our fates seem to be entwined with the organization.
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting indeed. You have joined the Seekers.
Is that a bad thing? I mean, I'm very new to this area of the world, so.
Oh, no. This could be a very good thing indeed.
Oh, okay.
For all of us.
Okay.
This is worth mentioning. So, Bloody Jack, you are looking for his treasure. Now, you're not the first to go on a fool's errand such as this. I'm sure you're aware that most people who go looking for Jack's treasure don't come back.
That is something we have been told. We are going to approach with caution, and I made an agreement with my compatriots here that if we thought at any time that it's something we can't handle, or the foes we face are too great, then we just bug out and save ourselves.
I wonder how many others before you have come to the very same conclusion. I wonder how many of them aren't with us anymore.
This
Well,
does
you
not
are in
fill
luck.
me with confidence.
No, it shouldn't. I'm not here to fill you with confidence. I'm here to tell you you're an idiot.
Ah, well, okay.
I have seen a great many people go after Jack's treasure in this line of business. You're lucky, because I know that the princess knows exactly where you need to go.
Oh,
I believe Bickerman has led a few expeditions down there.
So they've
As I
actually
said.
been there.
Oh, I don't believe he's been there.
No, I mean they've been. Other people have been to the place of legend, but just
Oh,
never
yes.
come back.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
That's the thing about legends. As soon as you tell somebody that something's a legend, they feel the need to go and investigate for themselves. Heroes and whatnot. Or people who are just greedy.
yeah.
If the legends are true, then there may well be a sizable horde there. If they're true.
If they're true.
Now, I never met Jack myself, but his reputation preceded him, and he earned the name Bloody. He did not take prisoners. He slaughtered every one of them. Any ship that was boarded by the Bloody Skull, which was Jack's ship, no one survived. And the ship was sunk to the bottom.
Did they ever fight a Bugbear?
He looked at you with just scorn in his face. I don't know. It's not something that people tend to go into. I can't imagine they would have done, though, because bugbears are not that common on this continent.
Well, we will hope that we're lucky then.
Indeed. Well, considering that Jack has supposed to be dead for the past 100 years, I don't think you should have too much trouble with that.
Oh, that makes it even easier then. Why didn't you lead with that? Why all the scary mumbo jumbo? Why didn't you just tell us that he was dead?
Because despite him being dead, anyone who goes to the island doesn't come back.
Oh. That makes sense for all the scary stuff at the start then. I'll be quiet.
Indeed. Now, if you are to go on this fool's errand, and you wish to return, you are going to have to ask Bickerman to wait for you. He won't do this for free, you understand, because you will be taking up valuable time of his. So he will need paying for his time, and for any time you wish for him to wait for you. Is that clear?
Of course.
Good. Now then, as far as I know, the princess should be making dock within the next few hours. If they are expecting you, as you say, then they should be ready to leave immediately. You are welcome to wait here until they arrive. I'll have refreshments brought for you. Please do not leave this room.
Of course. We are
will
in
discuss-
your place. We play by your rules.
We will discuss our fee shortly.
Very well.
He turns on his heel and walks out the door. Glances back at you and is like, I do believe you may have what it takes to come back from the island. After all, you came back from the Cave of Lights. If you do, then we will have to discuss anything that you bring back with you.
Wonderful.
And he closes the door.
I think if we actually make it out of there, guys, if we even get in there, we should consider bringing back something extra special for Mr. Gleason for his time.
Sorry, I mean, I understand why he expects his share when we're using his port here. We're traveling through his space. I understand that, but whatever we find on the island, that's ours. What the fuck does that have to do with him?
Well, we'll discuss that. Don't worry.
I've
Okay.
never met the guy before, so I'll take my lead from you guys.
Yeah.
But he seems a bit rude.
He's just very protective of his base here. It is not for common knowledge for people to know about it. And with good reason. It's a secretive organization he works for, and to have people just wander in without an appointment is, yes, we should have thought about this sooner perhaps, but you know, we're alive still, that's good.
We will just have to see. We'll just have to wait and see what happens on the island, and when we come back, we'll deal with it.
Absolutely.
But I don't like him.
You don't have to.
Alright, so you wait the couple of hours that you were told. Someone comes in, brings a pitcher of water and some bread. Leaves again, doesn't say a word. A few more hours go by. And then the door opens, and in walks Sky,
Ah,
the half-elf first mate of the Princess Four. And she stomps in, she looks at all of you. Like, so, which one of you was speaking in my head?
Rical just raises his hand and says, Sorry.
You know, if you are gonna do something like that, it would be nice for you to mention your name at some point.
Yeah, sorry, Sky. We were kind of in a rush to contact somebody, and they're the first ones we thought of, and I didn't initially think about. I've never done this before. This is the first time I've ever spoken with somebody outside of somebody I know very, very well. So,
Right. Well,
sorry.
here's a tip for
Sorry.
you. Next time, 2 words or 3. Hi, it's Rical. Good start. Yeah.
I will remember this. Yes.
Right. So it seems you pissed off Mr. Gleason because he didn't know you were coming. I assumed that anyone who's going to be saying that they're going to be meeting us here would have called ahead to them as well. You're lucky you didn't get shot full of arrows on the way here.
Yes, mistakes were made, but all is well now.
Yeah, all is well now, apparently. Right. First of all, it's going to cost you extra for this. All right. This is. Yeah, I'm living in fear now because I don't know when a voice is going to pop into my head. All right.
That's disconcerting.
Yes, it is. Do you know how difficult it is to be piloting a ship and then suddenly, bing, in your head? Hello, yes, we're going to meet you here at the Smuggler's Cove. No, no. Okay.
Okay, we apologize.
Ricardo just goes head down like, oh, sorry.
Right. So, Bickerman's talking to Gleason right now. Apparently, you're after bloody Jack's gold of all things, just to add the cherry on the top of this shit sundae.
Not exactly his gold, just one item. We're not greedy.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if you do happen to find it and somehow survive, you'll just leave everything else there and just take the thing that you need. Definitely seems like the kind of thing people would do.
Well, I mean, there is the question of compensation, of course.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, as we knew that you would be wanting to go, the ship is restocking now and will be able to leave pretty soon. All right.
Okay.
Now, if you're going down to the island, I imagine you're going to want us to wait for you.
Yeah, perhaps.
Right.
Yes.
That is going to cost you. It's going to cost you for the inconvenience of coming here and having to explain ourselves to Gleason. It's going to cost you for us to take you there, and it's going to cost you for us to wait for you there, and it's going to cost you because I'm pissed off.
Well, how much?
Oh, let me see. I would say probably about 1,000 gold at this point.
Okay, but how much really?
Did I stutter?
No. How about this? Is there anything else we can do for you? How can we make this up to you outside of gold?
Well, no, gold. Pretty much gold.
Okay. Allow me to just check my my coin purse. Oh no.
It's non-existent.
Don't worry. We will have the gold for you. It's not a problem.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
When?
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, when we come back from the island.
Hang on.
Well, how much does everyone have?
Sonic, not in character. How much does everyone have?
I have 400.
I have 425.
I also have like rubies and stuff that we've picked up around, but I don't know how much they're worth.
Was this after you'd bought the horse, Dan?
Yes.
It was, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had a fair bit more than that, but now not so much. But also, Rune wants to get the ruby valued by
That's fair.
So I've got 485 and a ruby, which has already been appraised at 150. So technically, I've got like 630.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much this ruby's worth that I've got.
What does Grey have?
I don't have that much. I've only got about 300.
So we could. Well, she wants 1,000. We could all put in 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Do you want to do
I'll
that?
speak to her again.
Worst comes to worst, if there's no way of bargaining, we have enough money to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll speak to her.
Mhm.
Look, Sky, I understand you're pissed off, and I understand you're doing your job, but 1,000 gold is a little excessive, and it's not that we don't have it. We have the money.
Oh, good.
I'm just not willing to pay that much.
I see. Oh dear.
Rune will step in and say, I know that we have not gone about this the correct way, but I would really, I would like to ask you, if you weren't pissed off at us, how much would it be?
Give me a persuasion check.
I wasn't
Yeah.
waiting for that at all.
No. Okay. So yeah, your kind of your earnestness, especially when compared to Gray's, more like no, not going to be doing that. She does untense a little bit. Look, I'm sorry. Okay, it's just that we're already a bit under the heel of Gleason and his lot anyway, and this doesn't help because they think that we're trying to do a sideline of work without having paying them.
I
Understand?
see. I understand now. Okay. Well, how about I iron things out with Mr. Gleason and
No,
look, this
don't
is
talk.
totally our fault. Like, you
Yeah.
know. I
I prefer it if we could just move on from this.
okay.
Fine. Normally, the passage and the waiting and everything else on top would be 500 gold.
Right. And is that what you would like us to pay you now?
Well, you did help us out with the mer people on the way here previously, so yes, fine.
Okay. 500. Fine. It is good. It will be done. All right. I will. What's 500 between 4 people?
125.
125.
Thank you. So yeah, I'll turn around to the guys and go, okay, let's do this. 125 each.
We'll have the money in our hands when we board the ship.
Granted. Fine. We leave in an hour. I'll see you down there.
Wonderful.
Please don't piss off anybody else on your way there.
Of course, we will do our very best. I'm so sorry again for all this.
She turns around and stomps off.
Well, that could have cost a lot more.
Yeah.
You did very well there.
Thank you.
I didn't want to
Yeah,
talk because normally I want to let you guys do the talking because I mess things up.
That's fair.
Yeah, probably better that you took over there. I was willing just to walk out at that point. So
Do you want to
anyway,
take what you need from my pouch?
Okay, I will do
sorry, mate. What are you suggesting, Bonk?
My
Oh,
money.
gold. Sorry.
I'm not
I
not
thought you were
very
talking
good
about
with the numbers.
that. You can't count.
No. I thought you were talking about something completely different. Yeah, we'll
What
take.
would I be talking about?
No, it wasn't your fault, Bonk. It was mine. It was just a
It's
misunderstanding.
the way Gray's mind works, Bonk. Don't worry about it.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, no.
Well,
we'll,
here,
we'll
if
sort
you
out
want
your
to
share.
take the
Don't
money
worry.
out my pouch, that'll do.
Okay. I'll help Bonk with his pouch.
If we separate the 500 gold now and put it in a separate bag that we can hand to her when we get on.
Yeah.
When we get on board.
Yep.
Okay, so, yeah, an hour passes, door opens again, Mr. Gleason sticks his head in. I believe they're ready for you now. I've had a lot to think about, considering your new status with the Seekers. I've decided to waive our fee for housing you and allowing you passage down to the cove. But if you return, we'll be having a conversation.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Yes, that is fair enough. I am sorry to
About what
have
exactly?
caused such kerfuffle.
Indeed. Rog will see you down there, and I will see you upon your return.
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Gleason.
And Rog steps into the doorway, makes his beckoning motion again.
Follow him.
Follow.
Is he posturing again?
He's fine until you come out, and again, straight up, straight back, shoulders out, jaw up, you know.
What race is he?
He is an orc.
Oh, hello, small orc. I'm Garran.
I just grab Bonk by the arm and just pull him.
Yeah.
Come on, Bonk, let's walk.
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you, little orc.
Stop. Stop.
So Rog leads the way. Once again, straight back, shoulders out. You know, everyone who's kind of even remotely in his path, he just at them as he goes past. And then jumps out of the way. Sorry, Rog. Sorry.
I'll say
Reach
hi very nicely to every single one that he kicks out of the way. Hi there. Hello. Hi.
Everyone is confused. There's a trail of really confused people who are like, what was that? So yeah, lead you down some more tunnels and passageways before you come out into the wide open air. It's now about midday. Actually, no, it won't be about midday because you were there for a few hours, weren't you? So it'll be about probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This Bonk is your first taste of the sea, as it were. This is quite a large cove. The ship in front of you, as you come out of the tunnel, it's very big, very very big. You've probably seen kind of smaller boats on rivers and whatnot, but this is a full ocean-going ship. So
That is big.
Yeah, so Rock leads you down the step.
Staring at it.
He leads you down the steps that have been carved into the rock and down onto the jetty. You can see that the crew are getting barrels and stuff onto up the gangplank and onto the boat. Sky stood there with Jim Bickerman in all of his limb-missing glory. He sees you, and he's already swaying, and he kind of glances over at you with his one eye, and you can see recognition in the kind of the watery roominess. You got people who passage down to bloody Jack's island, something.
Indeed. And as a thank you gift for letting us come aboard, take a swig of this, and I hand over Oben's rum.
Oh dear God.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
See, he manages to get it off you on the second try. And grabs the bottle.
Gonna kill him.
puts it under his
Bye-bye,
arm. He puts it under one arm and uses his one hand to pull the cork out. I kind of taste it, smell it, Like this.
I grab it out of his hand before he drops.
He hasn't swigged it yet. He just sniffed it.
Oh, right, okay.
That might be
Rune.
enough to make him drop. Holy shit.
Rune, how much is in the bottle?
I don't know how much is in the bottle. Is it something
So
magical that keeps going? or?
No, I believe there's a half bottle left.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he sniffs it. He's like, no. He puts the cork back in, hands it back. I don't trust anything I didn't see and pour myself. No offense or anything.
No, that's fair enough. Then I uncork it myself and take a sip, and then put the cork back in.
A sip?
Just a sip.
Sip.
I'm not going to take a swig. I know this stuff too well. I just want him to go to sleep for the entirety of our journey. I just don't trust him.
Well, you even with just a slight sip, you start to get that familiar, pleasant buzz
Yeah.
from it. You feel a bit more jovial and maybe a little bit more talkative. Sky is just she has the air about her of the long-suffering one.
Yes, of course.
She's like, don't. Why are you giving him more alcohol?
Oh, sorry. I put it away.
Right. Payment?
Ah, yes. Great. Do you have the?
Yep, and I'll hand over the bag with 500 gold in it.
She takes it off you. She kind of weighs it in her hand. Yeah. I want to insult you by counting it now, but I will be counting it later. And if it's not all there, then I'll be taking the rest of it out of your hide. Is that understood?
That's fair.
Right. On you get.
Just staring at the mast and all the sails as I'm walking slowly on.
Yeah, the gangplank visibly bends as and starts to bow slightly as Bonk walks up it. But it holds.
Sky,
This is so cool.
Yes, Grey.
how long do you expect our journey to take?
Not very long. Let's see. It's about. I can't remember the last time we did this one actually. It will likely be nightfall by the time we get there. If you plan on getting off the boat today, if not, you're welcome to stay aboard and then leave in the morning.
Yeah, that probably sounds.
Yeah, I think perhaps disembarking in the morning is probably wiser.
Bearing in mind that there's nowhere for us to dock, so you'll have to take one of the boats.
Yes.
Does anyone here know how to row a boat?
Oh, I do. Yes.
Oh, good. Right, well, on you get. I've got to pay Gleeson his tithe.
Thank you.
Go on in, Captain. Up you go. He kind of sways up the gangplank, and you would swear several times that he should have fallen off and into the water. But every time he just rights himself at the last moment and gets on. It's almost infuriating.
That's them sea legs.
So you get up on the deck and you see the crew members who were here last time. They recognise you and nod as they're splicing the main brace and hoisting the whatever. And the cook Goblin, who you didn't actually see last time but heard about, he seems to be up here as well. He's looking through the barrels that have been put on. Appears to be tasting what's in them and passing judgment and muttering to himself.
Goblin, you say?
No.
Yes.
I'm just.
What's that no for?
Oh. Don't attack it on sight. Oh wait. No.
Who are you talking to?
Well. No. I'm not saying it in character, but yeah. Say it to Bonk, but I'm not.
Oh, excuse me. Saying to the goblin and sort of wandering up to him.
Oh. Yeah?
I will now say in goblin.
Mhm.
Hi. My name's Garran.
He looks shocked. Oh, I'm Snag.
Snag.
Snag, S-N-A-G.
Snag.
You speak the tongue.
Yes. I knew some goblins up in the north, and they taught me some.
Ah. Well, I've not had anyone speak Goblin for years.
Yes. It's been a little bit of a while. I knew some goblins when I was up in the mines with the dwarves.
Dwarves.
I met some gnomes, and some goblins, and met a couple of others. Couple of others as well. We had a lot of fun.
Goblins and dwarves and gnomes together having fun. Are you sure?
Working together, but yes, I suppose some fun. We did have some fun, yeah.
He looks quite not disbelieving, but skeptical. Well, it's been nice to meet you, but I've got to sort this out and make sure that they don't give us any shit food on our further voyage. Okay? It's been nice to speak to you.
Yes, of course. If you want to chat while we're on the ship, I'd love to speak to you in Goblin. This is quite nice to do this again.
Well,
It's been a little while.
if I get a free moment, I'll come up and see you. I don't actually think you'll fit below deck, to be perfectly honest.
I assumed so, but I have never been on a ship, so I could be surprised.
Oh, well, in that case, welcome to the Princess 4. I might see you later.
All right, I will see you later.
Snag the goblin.
Snag the goblin.
Wonderful. I thought I'd make a friend. I'm just gonna turn round to the guys who presumably are looking at this. Go back into common. Was like, what?
That was impressive.
Especially considering the goblin is kind of just growls and shrieks. Pretty much.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to a goblin for a while. It's nice to see them again. They were always quite fun. Very fast.
You are
Used
full
to
of
run-
surprises.
Used to run messages through the mines with us.
Sky's gone to talk to Mr. Gleason, hasn't she?
Yes.
Alright. Before Sky gets back, really quickly, Bonk, come down to the water's edge with me. We've got some quick swimming lessons to do, haven't we?
Yes, that would be useful.
Okay.
I had a little bit of a paddle in the river next to Oban's, but it wasn't deep.
Could you float?
A little bit, but it did only come up to my waist.
Right. Okay. Well, I just want to see if you can float.
Okay.
So I'll take Bonk down to the water and give him a bit of a lesson.
Okay. Yep. So Bonk, you walking down along the rocks until you get into the water, and you kind of walk along the rocks and the sand until it starts to drop off. Give me an athletics check.
An athletics check. Okay. Where is my athletics? Ooh, that one's not bad.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you have 0 form, but once your feet kind of leave the sand, and after the initial panic of like, oh wait, what am I supposed to do? You realise that you can float quite naturally. You're not wearing any armor, are you?
No.
No.
I'm unarmored as a barbarian.
No, you're a barbarian, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're not wearing any armor, so you're not kind of weighed down. Your warhammer has been left behind, but however your axe is still on you. But because the haft of it is intertwined wood, whereas the head is actually glass as opposed to metal, not as heavy as you might expect. So you're quite comfortably able to kind of doggy paddle or bugbear paddle in this case around a little bit, and you keep yourself buoyant.
This is easier than I thought it would be.
Very good.
But you should have told me to keep my mouth closed, because that doesn't taste good.
No, this water is not for drinking. Don't. If you ever get thirsty on the sea, don't drink the seawater. It will turn you quite mad.
That is very good to know.
Yeah, keep your mouth closed. Don't breathe any water in, because that is painful, and that's how drowning happens. But you're doing well. So just give him a few pointers about.
Practice.
Yeah, I give him a few pointers about like breaststroke and front crawl and floating on your back and backstroke and stuff, and then we come out and go back up onto the ship before Sky arrives.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sky does come
like
back.
a dog.
Sky does come back whilst you're doing this.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of walks down on the jetty, sees you two down there, looks over, and is just like, never mind. No, not getting involved. Not getting involved. Not my circus, not my monkeys. But she does. She goes, when you two are finished, we'd like to leave.
Let's go, Bonk.
Okay. Get myself out of the water.
Yeah, the aforementioned shaking.
Yes, shake like a dog.
Okay, so
The
you got
largest fucking dog you've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, so you got the gangplank, and after you're both up, they pull the gangplank up and stow it on the deck of the ship. Sky takes up her position at the wheel. The rest of the crew goes about their tasks, and you start to make your way out of Smuggler's Cove.
Nice.
So, she's obviously done this quite a few times, so she does. It's quite expert. You're watching a seasoned veteran of this at work. So turns the ship around in a small confined space, and then makes her way back out through the canyon that you came in through. And as she's making her way through the canyon, Bonk, you get your first view of the open sea.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So the sun is still up in the sky at this point, so you've got a good view. There's not many clouds up in the sky. The sea is calm and blue and twinkling, and it seems to go on forever.
Quite a different view from the caves and mines you are used to, no?
Just a little bit.
You'll get used to it, but
I don't think I will.
okay. Well, it's
This is something else. I like it, but this is definitely weird. Is this magic or is this normal?
oh, this is normal.
Right.
It's not
I
always
think
as
it might
calm
be
as this.
magic.
No, it's not always as calm as this though. So be prepared for it to get rough sometimes.
What do you mean rough?
You'll find out. But if you ever feel like you need to, just grab the mast or the side rails.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, and if you are going to throw up, do it over the side, please, not on the deck. They will not thank you for that.
Why would I throw up?
No reason. We'll deal with that if it happens.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, this is great. How long are we here?
Not
I
long.
think she said we would arrive this evening, so
No,
Not
that's
too
very
long.
quick.
Yeah, we are going to sleep on the ship overnight, though.
Yeah, that sounds okay. I think I might climb that and get a better view. Do you think that's allowed?
No, I don't think that's
would
allowed.
Maybe ask first.
Oh, yeah, you can always ask, but
Like the elf lady.
I'm just wondering whether that's just gonna piss her off more. Maybe not for now. Maybe save it for the voyage back.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to put something in their hands that will make this more amenable towards us on the way back.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
Sorry, it was the way Mr. Gleason said about if we return and what we return with, and
I live in hope.
expected a cut,
I'm always the optimist, but as I said before, if we get a bad feeling about this, there is no shame in running and living to fight another day.
Has
That's
he
strangely
ever
not what
seen
I'm
you
worried
fight?
about. Mr. Gleason?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he knows what we're capable of.
Then how does he know if we're gonna die?
This is exactly
He
right.
doesn't. But as I said, that's not what's worrying me.
Oh.
What is worrying you,
is?
Grey?
I'm just worried. I don't even know if worried's the right word.
In general?
No, not in general.
Oh.
I don't know. We're getting more powerful. He doesn't know what we're capable of. I don't think anybody knows what we're capable of.
I don't think we even know what we're capable of, but, maybe we'll find out.
Exactly. Yeah, so why do we have to play by their rules?
I think we play by their rules for now. It's better to have friends than enemies.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think we might end up in a situation where we might have to make that decision.
Let's worry about that when we come to it. For now, it's a beautiful day. We're going on a nice voyage.
You're right. I'm putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Whatever they say.
Thought we left the horses back there.
Yeah, it's
a figure of speech.
It's not like a literal saying, Bonk. It's like a
Oh, it's one of those. Gotcha.
yeah.
You need to tell me when
Right.
you say those, because I got it wrong last time as well.
Yeah. I know. I'll try and keep that in mind.
Don't worry about
but,
the future.
you're right,
Live in
you're
the
right.
present.
No, you're right. Let's just focus on the job ahead of us, and
Of course.
what happens after that. Well, we can take care of it after that. Yeah.
Okay. So you just sit around on the deck for most of the day as the ship makes its way. If you're following the coast for a fair amount of the way, so you can actually see the coastline of the main continent off to your right. The crew are mostly busy, don't have much time to speak to you. Captain Bickerman is nowhere to be seen at the moment, so you probably assume that he's down in his cabin, sleeping it off, while Sky is at the wheel the whole time. The sun starts to go down along the horizon, and as it does so, the moon starts to rise. It's not a full moon yet, but it's still quite bright. And by the time it's fully up in the sky and the stars have come out, you've been out in the countryside at the night time before, and you've seen the stars. But there's nothing quite like seeing the stars when you're out at sea. They go from horizon to horizon. Like the sky is a dome full of glittering points. And as the moon gets higher and starts to give off its own luminescence, Sky approaches you. It's like, well, we're almost there. Not too sure if you'll be able to see the island by the moonlight, but it'll be off in that direction, and she points directly forwards.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hold up here for the night, and you can disembark in the morning. So, what exactly do you know about the place you're going to?
Pretty much nothing.
Right. Well, that seems stupid.
Well,
Yeah, that's pretty much our OM, I think.
Right.
MO.
Well,
It's MO, right?
yes,
Yeah.
modus operandi.
yes. Well, first of all, then, let me tell you about Bloody Jack. He was active in the time of the last Dominion War. He took advantage of the chaos of the war to wreak his own havoc. Those he didn't kill, he brought to his side. He had almost his own fleet of ships by the end. And he would attack Dominion and Empire ships without being on either side. Anything to make money. He got his name by being merciless and just killing anyone that he got in his way. But you don't become a sailor on these seas without hearing about him. His legend has lived on. Have you heard his poem?
I think
Rune
so.
might have.
No, I don't think I have.
I could do with a
See.
refresher.
Come hear the tale of old bloody Jack Dascom, who for years held the fleets of the world to ransom. His terror reigned across the world's 9 seas and brought empire and dominion right to their knees. Some say he sold his soul for power, and his ghost ship can be seen at the midnight hour. The bloody skull still haunts the waves, crewed by the damned and skeletal knaves. They say anyone who seeks his plunder is cursed to watch their ship go under. For Bloody Jack's guard his booty well, and will send you screaming on your way to hell. That's what every new sailor hears.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't like that.
I do remember this one from a while ago. It's been a long time since I heard it though. Have you ever seen the ship?
Everyone's got tales about seeing the ship. I can't say I've ever seen it myself. The captain says he's seen it, but then the captain says a lot of things. You wouldn't see him on a night like this. It's usually the dark and stormy ones, the misty ones. People's minds play tricks on him, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe he does still roam these seas, looking after his treasure. In his last days, he took his fleet and he attacked the Dominion looking for their tithe that they were taking from the places that they conquered and sending back over the sea to their continent. This time, though, they were waiting for him, and Jack barely got out of it alive. Some say he didn't get out of it alive at all. Some say he wasn't even alive to begin with. A bit about selling his soul. Well, I think that didn't come from nowhere. But he escaped. And some say he escaped back to his island. And some say he's still there. So if you go after his treasure, you have to answer to him yourself.
Wow. That would be a meeting indeed.
Now, the island itself, as far as anyone can tell, was first taken over by the Dominion at the beginning of the last war. They wanted to have some sort of base that they could launch attacks from. But they just went missing as well. And that was before Jack came on the scene. So who knows? I'm not stupid enough to go on there.
You've brought other parties here?
Haha. Quite a few.
None of them return.
None of them return.
Wow. Okay.
We agree that we'll wait for 3 days. And if they don't come back, then we leave. We can't wait here forever.
Well, no, of course. 3D seems reasonable.
So, lads, do you still want to go?
Just look around at the other guys and say, well, I have always had a head for adventure and a heart full of curiosity. But, you know, I won't go if these guys don't want to go.
I think it sounds fun.
I've got nothing better to do.
Great
That's the
reason.
spirit.
We're certainly into it now. To turn back now would be fruitless.
Oh, and as you said, a head for adventure. Thank you, Rune. You just reminded me, and I'll pull out the head off my back.
Sky recoils immediately.
Yeah, sorry. Just
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get rid of this. And I'll just chuck it into the sea.
So there's a splash. The Sky kind of walks over to the where you threw it over. And she looks over the side. She goes, I'm not entirely sure you wanted to do that.
Why?
Well,
I did. I mean, I've been trying to get rid of this for a while, so...
yeah. But you're now going to be drawing any sharks that might be in the area to us.
Right.
I didn't know you still had that thing.
And you're going to be sailing over there in a boat tomorrow morning.
We'll be fine.
So good luck. Anyway, so see you in the morning. Have a good night's sleep. Don't do anything stupid.
Like throw a head overboard.
Well, apparently, if you'll pardon the expression, that ship had sailed. Anyway, good night, chaps.
Good night, Sky.
Are we just sleeping here on the deck, are we?
Why not?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a warm night. You know, despite the fact that it's you're out at sea. There's not much of a breeze. It's still mostly midsummer. It's quite pleasant, really. Yeah, so you fall asleep under the stars.
Before I fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Leomund's Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Just so I've got a bit of protection around us.
All right. Yeah. So you cast a hut. The inside is much of a muchness as it was outside with the air temperature. It's it's pleasant. It's dry. So, is there anything else anyone else needs to do?
Just,
No.
I'm going to lay on the deck looking up at the stars. And just before I fall asleep, well, I'm just going to put my hand in my pocket and rub the piece of mushroom I have slightly and then take out my finger and just like rub it on my gums.
Oh, dude.
Holy
Why?
So for
That's
Grey,
nice dreams.
the stars start to very gently pinwheel through the sky. Sometimes they leave patterns. Sometimes they leave faces. Occasionally, looking up, you think you see the face of Shellin written out in the stars before it spins off. The galaxies wheel around your head, and you trip the light fantastic as you drift off to sleep.
That's good shit.
So in the morning, as you wake up and try and shake the after the lingering effects of the magic mushrooms,
Yeah, I
trying
look
to-
slightly frazzled.
trying to figure out why your brain will throw up a dream in which there's a talking aardvark who keeps on trying to sell you insurance.
That's an oddly specific one. Anything you want to share with us, Troy?
Not at all. As the sun comes up over the horizon, the crew starts to make their way back up onto deck and do all those things that crews do on decks of ships. Looking over, you see that they're starting to ready a ship to be lowered down to the water, and not say a ship, a boat, sorry, to be lowered down to the water.
Just looking down in the water, have the sharks gathered?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
13. You don't notice anything at the moment. You're looking in the area where the head dropped. There's no sign of the head, because obviously it's in a helmet, so it's sunk. You don't see any fins breaking the surface or anything similar.
Okay. Oh,
So
fair enough.
this guy comes up from below decks. So, right, well, you're all awake. Excellent. So, no time like the present. I would say that your 3 days start now.
Right. Get in the
You
boat,
mentioned
guys.
The boat. Yeah.
That looks a little small for me.
Yeah,
How
so
far is
it's-
it to
Are
shore?
we gonna be okay?
As far as you can tell, so the island, as you can see it from now, it is quite small compared to islands. You can see both ends of it from your point of view for a start. It appears to have the ring of a beach and very thick vegetation up a bit further up the beach that seems to go up into a point, not quite a mountain in the middle, but it's there's quite the hill in the middle there. You probably say it's about a mile away.
Okay.
I turn to Rical. Could we not just walk?
Yeah, we could do. Yeah.
Might be
With ease.
easier.
How long does that one
I
last?
mean,
That's an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah, we could do a mile in an
yeah, we
hour.
can walk. I'm actually kind of curious how it would work, like on the waves, moving up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so I will cast Water Walk.
All right. So you cast Water Walk on all of you. Sky is looking at you quizzically. Are you getting in the boat, or
Nah, fuck the boat. We're gonna walk.
you're going to walk?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this I've got to see.
How far is it from the deck to the water?
That's a very good question. I do not know.
Okay.
Not something I thought was going to come up. Hello.
Let's have a look.
So a tall ship. 72 meters. That seems a bit much.
What,
maybe.
17 meters. I think that's including the mast.
Yeah, I would think so.
Let's say that it's probably like a from where we are, it's probably something like a 2.5 meter drop,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep. So there you go. About 2.5 meters down to the water.
All right, so a less than 10-foot drop,
Yes.
and I'm 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well
should be all right.
I'll take a step off, climbing down the boat, at the edge of the ship, and then I will sort of look at the water and look at Rical and go, I hope this works, and step off.
Okay. So you fall, and you hit the ground, and it is much like hitting regular ground after you just jumped off a high ledge.
Yep, that worked.
I'm going to take the slightly more cautious approach of actually using a rope ladder. I don't want to break my leg at the start of our adventure.
I climbed down a rope ladder behind Rune.
Just before I leave, I'll look to Sky in 3 days. You said
That's right.
3 days. Okay.
If we're not back, can we do the whole magic message thing to ask you to stay a bit longer?
I mean, you can do. Whether
Will
we
you
can,
stay a bit longer?
whether we can is a different matter, but we'll see that what happens if it comes to it.
That's good enough.
All right.
Shall we have a wander?
let's go.
Friends.
I'm going to set off at a light jog across the sea.
Okay. So as you're running across the sea, as you do.
Double speed, by the way, as
Okay.
it does not specify whether we are on water or on
No, it counts as ground.
Yeah.
while mounted or on foot.
Yeah, awesome.
Travel pace is doubled.
Okay. So as you're jogging along the sea, can you all give me perception checks, please?
Buckle.
20.
Okay. So Rune,
Hmm.
as you are jogging along, you see the first grey fin come up through the water.
Yep.
As it starts to come towards you.
I'm going to point it out to the guys. I don't know how this works with us walking on the top, but be ready.
So, as you are
I
running along the
will
water,
pull out my axe.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my sword.
I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
This is gonna be weird and great.
Initiative.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Jesus!
God damn.
Wait a minute. I've got to. Where's the thing? Sorry. I can't scroll up on my. There we are.
So we had a 19 and 2 20s.
That's silly, and you're all silly.
You love it.
Jeez.
Ah, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, I can't. I don't have control of my token. That's why. Oh wait, I've got the wrong pointer. Okay, sorry. Shall I roll initiative again so it goes to the tracker? Or
Well, no. I mean, you've already your initiative. Just put it on the tracker.
okay. Ah, there it is.
I was gonna say I don't see a tracker, but there we are.
Where is my initiative? 8.
Oh my god, they are the actual things. That's cool. I just thought that was artwork.
That looks pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
The tokens here are from Forgotten Adventures,
Ah,
That is
who
badass.
I am subscribed to on Patreon, and they have excellent tokens and art.
nice.
It's a free plug for you there, guys, if you ever listen to this.
We're
We'll
not
put it in the
turn
credits
order.
as well.
Sorry?
Yeah, we
We're not
have
yet
no
on the
We have no-
thing to write our initiatives in.
I wonder why.
Did everyone select their token when they rolled? Or
Huh? You have to select your token and then roll, or
yeah, if mind you don't
No,
have a character sheet.
you're the only one on D&D Beyond. So.
Yeah.
Let me just move it all down a minute because I can't get to the menu.
There we are. There we go.
why the fuck isn't that working? Oh,
Everybody's gonna die.
I hope not.
Not us.
By everybody, he means anyone who's a fish.
Yes. Is a shark a fish?
Actually, no, are they mammals? Are they fish?
they're definitely fish.
Sharks are definitely fish, yes. They have gills.
Alright. Mr. Grey,
Yep.
you'll go.
Do I assume I see one of these sharks coming towards us?
Well, yeah, Rune pointed them out to you.
Then I will just I'll fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts at the nearest shark,
Okay.
the one I. So that's a +6. Nice. So. Pew pew.
Okay. First one misses. Second one hits.
So that's 1d10. Three.
3. Wonderful.
3
Anything else?
damage.
I guess I should try moving. Are we this close to the land?
But yeah, I mean, you can see everything that you can see.
Then I'll run to the land.
Okay. Mr. Bonk.
That's a bloody good idea.
Okay, I am going to go 30 feet.
Okay.
And as I'm running, I've got my axe out, and I will just say, "Hello, fishy," and I would like to rage.
Okay. You are Rajay.
Rajay! And fuck it. Reckless.
Okay.
Does a
17 hit?
17 hit?
Yep.
Wunderbar. Two-handed with rage.
Boom.
Have I ever told you that I love this weapon?
You have mentioned it a few times, yes. Yeah. So you run along the water, and looking at the fin that was pointed out to you by Rune, and you can't quite see what it is you're hitting, but you can see where it should be. So as you run, you jump with your axe up in the air, and you come down and you land on the water, but your axe passes through the water and makes contact with whatever it is that's in front of you. And there is a big, thick, meaty clunk. And pull your axe back out again, and it's it's got wet water running off it, but also lots of red as well.
Excellent. And I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
21.
Wow.
It hits.
Oh shit, I didn't do my poison damage. You need to make a DC 15 Constitution for the first attack.
Okay.
Oh,
That saves.
You save. Okay, the second attack hit.
Yes.
So, two-handed with rage.
200
Oh.
rage.
16
yep.
points.
Yeah, you bring it around again, and you get another solid thunk.
And then another Constitution save.
Oh, failure. Yeah, so you bring your axe down again, and it makes contact again. As you pull your axe back, the fin starts to go off sideways, and then suddenly there is a shark floating belly up in front of you.
Yes! Yes! And then I will move the last 10 feet and move back up that way
Okay.
and shout, "Come on, fishy!" Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Very excited to fight sharks.
Rical.
Okay, I'm gonna see Graves made a beeline for the beach, and I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm gonna move 15 foot to there. I'm then gonna guiding bolt the shark over here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see that this works.
That misses.
No, that misses completely. So with that, I'm just gonna turn again and run my last 15. Is that right? Is that too far? Is that right?
Seems
15.
like 15, I think it was.
And I'm ending there.
Yep, 30. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, Rune.
Oh yeah, I'm this is unnecessary. So I am I'm running onto land. I'm like,
Run away!
come on, Bonk! Stop
Okay.
playing with the fishies.
Big fishy!
So, Bonk being the only thing available to it,
Hi.
will come down. Oh, no. So, it is going to attempt to bite you. His head rears out the water. Does a 17 hit?
Oh, it's my armor class.
So,
Yep.
yes. Yep. So 16 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage because I'm
Yep.
raging.
You're raging.
Raging!
Okay. Yeah. So this head rears out the water, and before you're able to step back, it clamps its jaws down on your leg and shakes it back and forwards before letting go. Right. Grey.
Okay, seeing Bonk is being attacked and ravaged, I will fire off another 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
1,
Miss.
2.
So
Oh,
that second
yeah,
one was damage.
Yeah, the second one was a D10.
Yeah, the second one hits.
7 points of damage.
Okay. 7 points of force damage. Okay, yeah,
Bonk, just run!
okay, Bonk, it's your turn.
I'm gonna twat it.
Of course.
Cannot
he
be
is.
shocked.
And reckless.
Ooh,
21.
That hits.
Two-handed with rage.
200 with rage. And a Constitution saving throw.
Indeed.
Nope, that saves.
Saves.
Damn it. And hit it again. 14.
14. Misses.
Misses.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. With advantage, I got a 7 and a 5. That's pathetic.
Pathetic. Okay, anything else?
No. No, I'm alright. I'm just holding the axe in 2 hands, just sort of waiting for it. Come on, fishy, show me what you got.
Well,
Rico.
From this position on here on the beach, I will try for a second shot with a guiding bolt.
Okay. Misses.
This is not very good. Hitting the water and just sizzling out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not much more I can do here. I will end there. Thank you.
Okay. Grey? No? Rude, even?
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to. Oh, wait a minute. It is within range, I hope. Let me just check that. Oh, yeah, well within range. So I am going to hit the shark with Sacred Flame.
Ooh.
Hopefully. Where's me? Okay.
It has to make a dex save.
Right.
Sacred
So.
Flame.
Dex 13.
Yeah.
Failure.
Excellent. So 12 radiant damage.
Ooh. Okay. Yep. So your sacred flame, defying all laws of any kind of physics, begins to burn underwater, singeing the shark and blackening some of its skin.
Hey, it's a kind of magic. Sorry.
God.
Oh my god.
You got to have a much raspier voice for that to work. That's it. And also not be able to speak English very well. It's a kind of magic. Okay. Anything else?
There isn't really anything else I could do right now. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Right. It has advantage. Not that it needs it, because it does need it, but it's still bollocks. So yeah, 11 misses, I assume.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Rune.
Nope.
Great.
No, Grey, for fuck's sake. I'll just fuck off all of you.
Oh wait, was it supposed to be Grey's go before?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you got it wrong the other
I
time.
got it right. I got it right the first time, then wrong the second time.
Okay, right.
I'll step forward.
Oh, he's getting brave.
Yeah, up to my knees in the water.
You've still got water walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still on the top.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget to walk on the water. Bonk, come on, just run! And I'll shoot another 2 blasts
First one misses, second one hits.
2 whole points of damage.
Two
Yeah.
Fuck Eldritch Blast. Waste of time.
Oh, you're gonna you would have so many Warlock players after you for that.
Me included. I'm playing a Warlock in another campaign, and it's my favorite fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, my character's not really built around Eldritch Blast.
It's fair.
Okay. Yep. So one hits it, and you see it in the water, but it still seems to be going. Anything else, Gray?
Nope, just gonna shake my hands in frustration. Like jazz hands, you know. Ah!
Okay. Bonk.
Tiny fishy must die. 15?
15 hits.
Yeah. 200 with rage.
Okay. Yep. I was about to say no need to roll poison.
All right then.
So yep, you cleave through the water again, and this time the head comes free of the body. And you notice as the head bobs to the surface briefly before sinking down again, the eyes of the shark are very, very red
Ooh,
Ew.
before it
pink eye.
sinks outside.
And I would
So,
not know that that's any different from normal, so I wouldn't mention it.
nope. So, you have been welcomed to the island by some natives. And as you stand here on the beach, looking into the jungle that's ahead of you, that's what we'll call it.
Ah. Very well.
Just before we run away, Bonk would like to say something.
Hmm.
Gentlemen, I present to you dinner. And I'm going to start dragging the sharks to the beach.